Hello, ladies and gents. I am the Rev. Welcome back to more Starfield. And we are up to speak to Vae Victis, a legacy forged. We're back at New Atlantis. We go down and talk to the Iron douchebag. Let's set all this in motion. Which is fine. Retrieve waiting follower.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for?
Okay, so we got to choose one of these. Let's go with that. I want to let him try and hang himself. See how much he'll lie to our face.
Good news then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
Yeah, let's again. We're gonna bury him. Let's bury him right.
Did you?
Yes,
Well,
we did.
I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, you scumbag. Let's see. Yeah, let's give him to confess.
You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
Okay. So... yeah, it seems personal to work that long. But so does that.
You can be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Yeah, you killed them all for nothing. Well, no, he killed them so that he could. Yeah, it should have been turned over, secured, and stopped from ever being used.
It's easy to judge now, but the Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. In that
the right thing would have do.
I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
Okay, couple things. What should have been done when he found it was he should have eradicated the plant and then told them why he eradicated the plant on the planet. I would have stopped all this shit. And probably would have made him, if he would have done it correctly, into a war hero because he's now stopped the terramorph threat forever. Instead, he chose to do this other thing, huh? Yeah, that's that dude we killed, yeah. When we went out, we were supposed to try and talk to him on his ship. I have talked to him on his ship, and he blows his brains out, so you can't really win that one, I don't think, either way, unless you got really high persuasion.
You have my undivided
Oh, I know
attention.
you do. I'm trying to make my mind up here. Yeah.
Why would I want to be in the good graces of the people who control my very life?
Just
I don't know, Captain.
want to hear him say it.
Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday.
Oh, no.
A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm your cleanup crew. I think you're real
Captain,
smart.
please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant.
That's what I'm going to do.
What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives.
We wouldn't have had to if you would have done your job to begin with.
Mine.
And you would have
I've
went a different
already
course.
sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. Hunting down criminals and other threats.
Oh, so the same shit I do
colonies.
anyways.
I expect they'll give me a bit more free range once this is all over.
And we wouldn't be able to trust
You
a
would help
single
me,
mission you sent us on.
like you did with Orlays. Track them down and keep them from doing harm to the United Colonies. Impossible, though, if the Cabinet learns I'm the one responsible for the attacks.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you sweat for a bit, bud?
Well, I do hope you'll keep the larger perspective in mind, Captain. We've done something great here. Let's not squander the opportunity to do more.
Ooh. Well, I suppose it comes down to what you morally believe in. Do you think what he did justify his actions? Okay. We got to talk to some more people here. Yeah.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant? I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him. Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again.
Let's see what she has to say.
I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of people, and I'm not about to let him get away with something like that. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all. Unless there was more to discuss.
Yeah, the two options.
This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs.
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math, and a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference.
Yeah, let's get some.
And here we go.
I know what my decision's going to be. I got a pretty good idea, depending on what questions they ask, I suppose. Ah, Vasco, you're always late to the point. Okay, here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Yes.
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
Yep.
It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sanan has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Oh, yeah.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
he knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Yep.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vae Victis sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Eat him.
That will be up to the cabinet to decide. But I don't appreciate our mercy being taken advantage of.
No, he needs to be put down like the rabid dog he is because he knows too many people. So I'm
inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our
I'm sorry, his daughter's
unmasked,
right there, but no.
we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
Not good enough.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Right there.
We're already discussing the elimination of one species, Captain. Explain to me why you wish to eliminate another.
Yeah, right there. And that's the only reason that you need.
And once Vae Victis has been dealt with, this
Because,
problem
yeah,
can
what
end
happens when
here.
you die 100 years down
And
the line?
allow us to focus on the grander task to come.
You erase the
Very
threat
well.
completely. Because
We'll
it
clean
will
up the
come back and
plant.
bite you.
Thank you for the suggestion, Captain.
Jeez.
So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, there remains debate
I
among
got an
the
idea.
cabinet.
I know what I think should be done.
We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
Oh, put it all
I
on
see.
me. Oh, shit.
Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Let's see. Do we need to do anything? Destroying the Lazarus plant would be sufficient, right?
I believe we have a responsibility to do something, yes. Heavens forbid, years from now, someone reopens the Pandora's box that Vae Victis discovered. It falls to us to enact every measure required to ensure that day never comes.
Okay. Okay. I still think because, and we can see this in our own human trials, the amount of people that have had continuing issues with certain things, right? They didn't tell everybody about. If you're trying to be as safe as possible, you take the safest route. It might take longer, but with the plant wiped out, we're good.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
That's right.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day 1 for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you 3 the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Okay. Ooh, chunk of dough, chunk of dough. Money's really not an option, though, I mean, anymore. I'm far enough along. Let's see, we want to go to his office.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Alright, we want to check that out. Where the hell's that?
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Okay. So if you take on the terramorphs, that's how you get the lady doctor we were just working with to do everything with the red eyes. She'll become a companion. That is with the new alien threats. We can leave. Yeah, let's see what kind of a Vanguard mission he's got.
Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now.
And there's one other one they've got.
Here we go. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're
cleared to use lethal force, huh? Okay, so we've got this Vanguard one, eliminate that, and then proceed to the UC village. This is an undercover thing, right? Yeah, and that's a nice long one, but I want to do some other stuff before we get sucked back into a long thing. So let's go see.
Necessary.
Give me a sec here, and I'll find the apartments where we're supposed to go. All right, folks. So as you saw, we're coming right on mass headquarters. We come right over here. And if you go into your, all the way down here at the bottom, activities, right? You will find Speak to Zora at the Aphelion Realty office.
Well, if it isn't the United Colonies' newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Okay.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city.
Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
I don't count on it. Oh, so good thing we went there instead of trying to just go straight to this Mercury place. Okay. Let's see. We can turn this on. Surface map. There we go. I just double clicked on the location we wanted to go to. And here we are. Instead of having to run all the way over that tramp. Mercury Tower.
Definitely better.
The problem is remembering. Oh, okay. It's the only one up here. Okay, I was going to say. Trying to remember. Oop. What's the matter here? There we go. Oh, it's empty as fuck. Is that a balcony? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, that is nice. That is so cool. And there's our ship. I mean, we literally can go right to our ship from here. Ah, that is a structure. New Atlantis, Star Eagle. What else can we go from here? The Mass District. So all kinds of good stuff. Really? Can't go in there? I wasn't here. No, we can't use it. Well, what's the point in having stuff like that if you can't use it? At least they left us some soap. Okay. Alright, washer. Dryer. It's like another bedroom. Ooh, a small little bedroom. Overall, pretty nice pad, man. That must be a storage area. Still, really nice. But there's, I got it. I can't even sit anywhere. Oh. Oh, out of my way, dude. I gotta use that every time. Oh, this is at looking out the other side of it. So the fun thing, this is how I get some of the thumbnails, is using the photo mode. Far out I can pull. Makes it easy to do. Let's see, scanner wise, what do we got? Structure. Another structure. Anyways. Alright, folks, so there we go. So when we come back, maybe we'll do some pirate missions or go hunt some stuff, blow it out of the sky. I don't know. Always tune back in, see what I come up with. Keep your heads down. You're Warriors of Doom up, and I'll see you again real damn soon.